Okay, there we go. Hi. I'm coming in late because I already did this broadcast to the wrong page. Here I am. So hi. I know that you have had this. I'm just going to try again. Y'all. Here we are. I know you've had this happen in your studio, and it may have happened to you when you were a voice student. But today we're going to talk about your students. You've asked your students, so here you are, you've asked your students to do a new thing, it's a brand new thing, or maybe you're modifying a thing that they already know how to do, or you have made a recommendation to treat a phrase in a certain way, or you've introduced a technique. So basically, you're doing your job. So here you are doing your job, and your student tries to do the thing that you are helping with them with, and it doesn't work. They don't get it the very first time. And then your student moves on to do one or more of the following things. I personally have seen them all. Give me a thumbs up if you can relate to any of this. That they give up. They go, I can't do this. Or they tell you they have a personal flaw. I don't have any high notes. I'm too dumb, whatever it is. Or they see the future, like, I'll never be able to do this. Or they just feel defeated or frustrated. Like they tell you it's too hard, or they whatever, some version of defeated. They can't do it. So then you, because you are a nice person, you kindly try to get them back on track because you do not want them to waste their entire lesson time beating up on themselves. But what if they didn't have to go through all that and you didn't either? What if they already understood how this learning curve was going to go down? What if it works, and what if they understood that it works the same way for everyone? So that's what I'm diving into today, about how people learn and why smart and talented people don't always get it the very first time. So stay with me. We're going to try to make your life a little bit easier today. I'm Meredith Colby. I support voice teachers to create confident teaching and singing of popular styles. I'm the author of Money Notes, How to Sing High, Loud, Healthy, and Forever, which introduces Neuro-Vocal, a way to use brain science to teach healthy technique for people who sing into microphones. If you want to book privately with me for voice coaching or lessons, or find information about classes and products, you will find all the information, or get some free stuff. There's free stuff there too. All the information on my website, meredithcolby.com. My freebie today is an article about our subject today. It is called The Curse of the Smart and Talented. So don't feel like you have to take notes today. It comes, this link that I'm giving you also comes with a free download of the whatever, a PDF. It's a PDF. Little poster that it's free with the download, so you can get that by putting memory in the comments now or on the replay. If you are watching on YouTube, you can find that link in the comments in the post description below. So if you are here with me today, and I'm not surprised if you're not because I'm really off schedule, please feel free to comment or ask questions during this live stream or later. I do check the comments later, so don't be shy. Now, let us begin. Let's talk brains. Let's talk brains. You know me even a little. You know it's my favorite subject. Brains and voices and the people who own the brains and the voices. So you have probably noticed about your own brain that it traps things, some things, not all things. Like it trapped a list of the intransitive verbs, but did not trap the 8 word groups of grammar. It trapped the memory of your daughter's first birthday. It did not trap the memory of your dad's Christmas visit, 2005. It trapped all of the lyrics of the Just Whitney album, but refuses to remember a single new song. It remembers how to ride a bike, but not how to do a cartwheel. Anybody? If you can relate to that, give me a thumbs or a heart if you know what I'm talking about. So, how do brains create, store, and retrieve memories? So here's our fun fact for the day. Neuroscience categorizes our memories into conscious and unconscious memories. There are other memories underneath that, but those are the 2 big categories. Your body, including your brain, treats different types of memory differently. The different types of memory are created, processed, stored, and retrieved differently in your brain. So, real quick, let's look at 3 of the big categories of functional memory. The first is declarative or semantic memory. This is your memory for facts, information, figures, dates, lyrics, the kinds of things you memorize or have a hard time memorizing. Episodic memory is your memory for events and often for the emotional and or sensory experiences that you associate with those events. Procedural memory is the thing we're here to talk about today, and it's the one that often gets the smart and talented person very frustrated. Procedural memory is how motor learning occurs. It is how you do stuff. Your 86 billion neurons are constantly having conversations. They are talking about how things are going in your body, about what you're doing, about what you're thinking. These conversations are called neural connections or neural pathways. If certain neurons keep having the same conversation, like getting to and from the grocery store, or the chorus of Bad Romance, or flipping a pancake, then that increases the strength of that particular neural connection. The stronger the neural connection, the easier that thing is for you. So for instance, if flipping a pancake feels tricky to you, you probably don't have a very strong neural connection for that activity. But if you can flip that flapjack without even thinking, that's evidence you have a very strong neural connection for flapjack flipping. Now, cooking coordination may not be your thing. That may not be your strong suit, but you do have a catalog of thoughts and behaviors that have strong neural connections. Like you may have some unusual skill, like I personally can bend my big toe at the joint. Yes, I can. Which is a weird thing to be able to do. But if you have an odd thing like that, like my toe thing, please share it in the comments so I don't feel really stupid. Especially if it's funny. If you have a funny one, please share. You've created and strengthened neural pathways throughout your life because people do. Any thought or behavior that comes easily for you represents a strong neural connection for you. So this is true for you. It is true for your students. The thing that often makes people feel frustrated when they're trying to learn a new skill is that it doesn't really matter how smart or talented you are. If you want to build a new skill, there's only one way. And it is this way. Intention plus attention plus repetition plus time. Those are the things that create a new skill. Now that's the slide. That is the slide that is included as a free download. So I have like a PDF size for it. So if you want it for your studio to remind your students, that's what's in the blog that I'm offering today. So if you want that, again, put memory in the comments and the Neuro-Vocal bot will send you that link. Or if you're watching on Facebook, you'll find the link in the description below. So there is no getting around it. If you want a skill to become easy for you, you have to make your neurons have the same conversation over and over and over until you create a very strong neural connection. So if there's a new skill you want to learn, this is how you're going to learn it, regardless of how smart you are. That's the hard bit. If you want a skill to work for you more easily, something you can do but you don't do it easily, this is how it's going to happen. What makes this tricky and frustrating is that people confuse this type of memory, procedural memory, with declarative and memory, which is memorizing things. They think that if they understand something, they should be able to do that thing. So have you ever felt that way? I mean, I have. Most of us have, I think. Let me know in the comments or click an icon to let me know if you have ever felt that way. But that's that we should be able to do a thing if we understand it. But that is not how procedural memory works. Procedural memory works like that. So not being able to do something just means that you have to do it more in a focused way and with an end in mind. You have to be willing to let your brain get the hang of the thing. So I just today, or maybe last night, anyway, I saw this study. It was a psychological study about observing study habits of college students, and they showed these, well, they didn't show. What they reported was that when people are given the opportunity to set up their own study space, most people will leave their notifications on their phone, and that the average uninterrupted time was like 6 minutes and something, 6 minutes and 10 seconds, something like that. So only 6 minutes at a time of uninterrupted focus, and then people would like answer their texts or whatever. So that is not necessarily great for your brain. So just so you know, you can, being focused in memorizing something, particularly a motor skill, in short little bursts with intention is very powerful. So it's different. Anyway, it's interesting. But the point is, my point is, you have to pay attention. It's not personal. It's just how brains work. The thing that's frustrating for smart and talented people is the whole time thing, right? As I was just sort of alluding to. So building a new skill is building a motor memory. Building a motor memory is an organic change. So it just takes time, just how it is. If you help your students understand that procedural memory is not the same as declarative memory, it can really be helpful to them. Just because it's easy for you to learn and apply your new skills, your new knowledge of algebra or baking or Shakespeare, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy to change your spinal alignment that you have come to associate with singing, or how to, how to apply vowel modifications and high notes. Singing is many things, but it begins with a collection of motor skills. Motor skills are procedural memories. Motor skills are procedural memories. If you want to add to those skills or alter them, you have to use the formula. You got to use the formula, even if you're smart and talented. I'm Meredith Colby. Thanks for being here with me today, and have a great week.